Long day lady road.
What's up, everybody? We're back. I know I said we weren't gonna. I got my Celsius. This one I think is This is Arctic Vibe. We're vibing today, yo. Am I blurry? I look blurry. No, it's like a berry flavor. Anyway, yeah, we weren't gonna do one for a while. I did say that to Apex, and then Angela was like, "I don't care what you want to do. I'm gonna do what I want." So she's like, "We're gonna get somebody on," is what she said. We're gonna get somebody on, and you're gonna have to take up your time from drawing your silly little funny books and help the people. The people. I am a people person. I am a man of the people. Speaking of man of the people, hey, Angela, what's going on, Angela?
Not much. How are you, Jason?
I'm all right. I'm not eating eggs.
People, I guess. You're what? Pinky's
I'm
out.
not eating. You asked me a question.
I'm
and
sorry.
then right after you asked me the question, you said stuff. How am I supposed to answer the question?
Start again. What's up?
No, it's too late. You ruined We're ending the stream now.
Oh, this is chaos.
Show's over. Show's over. No, we got a great show tonight.
We do. I'm excited.
I'm mid. No, I'm excited too. I like the person we have on.
Yeah.
One of our earlier cats that we've had on with you and I actually.
He was back yeah, he's one of our.
And I see his handsome face is now on the camera. He's looking spiffy. He's looking shiny. He's looking well groomed. We like to groom people here, Angela. We like the grooming, and we're gonna groom this man well. We're gonna groom. Jake,
do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if looking shiny is a good thing. If someone's looking, does that mean they're sweating or they're green?
Yeah, but sometimes if you're sweating, though, it means you worked out. You're getting in shape, you're getting buff and swole, and you're looking handsome. Yeah.
I was going to say we didn't say glistening. If we say glistening, then that would be a concern.
Glistening. That would be like sparkly vampire territory.
Yeah, that would be gay.
Not bad.
Would be gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but that would be gay.
I don't want to be gay, everyone. That was
Hey, gay means happy, and happy means gay, according to South Park.
Well, yeah, Merry Old Time. Hey, and it's the season for Merry Old Time.
And Jake is well festively dressed. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Because of is this like a Santa? This looks like a Santa outfit. No,
Wait, what? Are you serious?
This is the all new block blanket now available at connellcomic.com on the campaign.
Is it really?
Yeah, and so Angela, I wasn't able to add puzzles. And I know you're excited about puzzles. I know you love puzzles. I know you're all about the puzzles.
Why do you even have a campaign if you're not going to have a puzzle?
I know.
Well, look, I looked into it, and prices went up all over the world, right? On many things. They particularly seem to have gone up on the one-by-one puzzle purchasing, custom manufacturing. So, like, it would just be way too expensive. And I wanted to make the decision for you.
Yeah.
Save that money.
You're a kind man.
I'm being but I did want to add one new thing, so I added the block fabric blanket at the
Let's
end.
make you big. Let's make you big so we can show that off. I remember I saw you talking about that on I do believe it was a round table show.
Was it Creative Block?
Creative Block, that too.
Yeah,
Irene got mad at you. She's like, "All right, enough." She yelled at you.
I really want one. I will get that over the.
What happened is Irene hadn't hosted for a bit, and she had a whole. She's like, "I'm gonna."
She had a schedule.
Show and do a good intro, and then we did what we always do, and we just fucking talk all over her, and I felt bad.
Well, yeah, she's the woman. She shouldn't be heard.
Oh my god!
I'm just joking, everybody. We have jokes here. We have fun. Irene's great. I love Irene. She knows it. Speaking of which, we have a chat. We love the chat. Let's say hi to the chat real quick, Angela.
Who is first? We have Citizen Ronan. Hey man, cheers.
What's up, Ronan?
Speaking of the witch. Not of the witch. Speaking of which.
You called Irene a witch.
I did it.
You heard her, Irene.
WHICCH. Words are hard. Emo Trash. Cheers, Emo Trash. Welcome. Alex Ferber.
What's up, Emo?
What's up, Alex? Alex is dropping the
Alex.
Here's man. We got Henry Bemis. Hey, hello.
What's up, Henry?
Hello.
Remy.
Okay, yeah. Everyone who's listening to the chat. Irene, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I know she's doing huff
Not
smoke out. Like she's saying, I hear you. Hey, I'm just telling the stories.
Irene's
giving
always
them
busy.
scoop.
I hear
Irene's
you. She's
always
listening.
busy.
She's like Santa. She's always listening.
Mm.
Definitely.
No, but she's always busy. I know that. But
Always.
no, yeah. Thank you to the chat for being here. Yeah, we appreciate.
Sandwiches. Yeah, it kind of looks like a Flintstones garb. That's what I would go for.
I thought it was like a Santa coat at first. I thought you were being all festive. Yeah.
I will say hello to emo chat. Emo chat.
Emo chat.
There you go. I've already ruined it. I've ruined.
Yeah. You know what? Keep going. Let's screw it. Who cares? This isn't a professional show.
Emo. I don't know if I've seen you before, so I will say hello to you.
He's been around.
Emo's great. I like emo. I see emo.
It could be a she.
What?
I don't know. Emo. I don't know if emo is a he or she.
I didn't.
Emo is a she.
Oh, hello, emo.
Emo is a she. Watch from what? Okay, from my memory, I'm a terrible memory though. But yeah, usually I see emo in Rocky Ballestros's channel, which is a great channel also.
Yay! Welcome. We like she.
I am she reminds me of literally my brain just goes to Red Dwarf, and then when they have the planet of the Rimmers and he's cloned himself a million times and they say, take us to your leader. We need the head Rimmer. And he goes, I am he.
Can you just reenact the whole episode? This is great.
Kind of.
I love this. This is better than my regular show.
And as Alex said, there are no
Red
women
Dwarf.
on the internet. So, and that is a true statement.
I've never watched Red Dwarf. Take me to your leader. That's an old saying though. No, emo. Yeah, I see emo all around, but like Rocky Ballestros's channel, like I was saying earlier. But
yeah.
But no, thank you everybody for tuning in. Like I said, or before, Jake is one of the first. Like when Angela first started being the co-host, Jake was one of the first cats we had on.
Yes.
And it's been a bit since then. Jake, you've had a big journey. 2 comics since then. The one was kind of like a tester, right? It was like a taste of.
We did it.
Cardinal.
I did a preview book. It's
I got it. Yeah.
It's essentially the same pages I'm drawing now for this book.
Oh. So I don't need to back this one.
In
I was gonna say
form. Actually, some of the pages have changed already, which is pretty cool. Like the people who have that issue 0, they'll be able to like look and compare. Obviously, when they buy the new book, which they definitely will do.
So it's kind of like Bancroft's crack edition, and
in a way,
yeah.
Yes,
which is fantastic. If anyone has, I have it. It's great. And that was like a limited thing. Are you able to get that preview book on the campaign also, or is that like was that like a one? Oh, you are.
But here's the thing. Here's how the actual backers, of which Alex VRB was one of many. This is how they benefit. It's more expensive now. They got it at the cool price. Now it's like jacked up. And I will jack it up again if people don't get it on this campaign. Next time, I'm putting that price higher.
Well, I will say I was a little hesitant of jumping in on this campaign, but I have changed my mind.
Why don't you like Jake?
So I'm going to buy it. And I will say more. They're worth it.
I mean, you should back it because it's hyper. It's good artwork. It's good story. It's fun. It's funny. Why don't you like him?
That's why I'm backing it, because I like him.
But you backing it tonight during this stream would be thank you so much. Thank
you, Angela, for getting those numbers up. We really appreciate Angela backing tonight during the hour that we have.
The thing is, Angela, I'm pretty sure you would have had reservations like many people, because when you do a book that's irreverent humor, like you have to play with expectations, because the humor is all about like a bit of surprise. It's about setting expectations, then like smashing them. So yes, some of the expectations around Connell. I mean, it has Connell in the name. It's not exact.
Does it?
I would say I have enjoyed watching some of the panels that you've shown and how you've like used, like the direction and the focus and like, I don't know, I thought that was really cool. So I'm excited. I'm going to back it. But
Thank you.
I wanted to say too, you did the colors for Irene's
Aegis
shield.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5, didn't you? That was before this.
Yes.
So, very
This
cool.
campaign happened later than it would have. Because Irene had 2.5. There was some trouble with the coloring and she needed someone to help. And I'm like, you know what? I'll put my own plans on delay and I'll
You
color
don't
this
have
book up
anything
good.
to do.
Because
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of Fiendish fans out there. There's a lot of readers. That
There's a
book,
couple.
that book had to be good. So yeah, I spent longer on that than I should have. It was like my first proper coloring gig. So there was a lot of teething issues. A lot of the pages on that book, the first time I colored them, they looked like nightclub day glow, overly set. Like they looked bad. There was one shot, it was like page 2 or 1 or something. It was like in the no, it was the scene with young Ragnar with the fire behind her. The first time I colored it, it looked like the entire room was on fire.
Nice.
Like,
yeah. Burn it all down is what I say.
I just thought it was being like, oh, a nice visual metaphor. You know what I mean? I thought it was just not supposed to be literal. But yeah, that got toned all the way down. I don't think they'd have enough orange and yellow ink to have printed that page.
So how much of an iron fist does Irene wield? Is this she probably does, right? She's a total dictator when it comes to her book. She's bossy, like every other.
It can be unbearable. The hours of berating.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
Oh my god!
Genuinely, Irene. Well, I mean, she was wonderful to work with. So I was great. She's saying hey in the chat. Hey, she's doing it again, guys. I'm being abused. Look, she's shouting at me. No, it was a dream.
No. She knows. She knows. I've had discussions with her before. Also, like you have a vision, you have a way you want it, and you're not being bossy, you're not being commanding. You're just like you want. Like with Jake, with your book, if somebody else were coloring it, you would be like, look, no, his sword's supposed to be green, not purple. Like you know what I mean? Like you have a direction and a vision, and you just want it done. Like we're joking, everyone, relax in the chat and watching on Facebook. If you don't know, we kid around, we rib, we joke because we're friends. We're friends.
I believe it's called kayfabe, which is a word that I only got introduced to within the last few years. I didn't understand what it really meant, but now I've come to very much understand what it means and how it can be used as a shield. Yeah, but it is. Yeah, it is. Irene's wonderful to work with. The thing is, if I don't know if I could let someone else color my stuff. If it was my main thing, like Irene has a colorist who does an absolutely amazing job on her mainline series. Like I feel like I'm even more of a freaking control freak. Like if you've seen me talk about the coloring, I'm like so specific. I'm like, I've made this style of coloring that tries to take flat cartoony stuff and then gives it basically just all of the principles of 3D rendering,
right?
To make it look real. Like I really love that. Like I loved, Space Jam, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh,
now they expertly managed to mix cartoons and live action, but it's like they made cartoons look like they were in a real space in a real world. It wasn't just flat cartoony stuff. Like there was atmosphere, you know what I mean? Because they had to do that. Like that scene when they knock the lamp in Roger Rabbit and he's being shaken around and like the lamp is moving and that like they're getting a this is gonna sound so nerdy and no one's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Nerd out.
They get a subsurface lighting effect by literally just putting a gradient across the character. That means if I put a torch behind my ear, you would see like a red glow because the light would be coming through the cartilage. That's like subsurface scattering. Like if you do that effect. If anyone has an opportunity to put subsurface scattering in their colors on like a close-up shot or something, go for it. It's beautiful. That's like when you have a torch under your fingers and they glow red.
Yep. Yeah.
And you see no bones because there ain't none. But
there's like a lot of the things that you end up learning as whether it be in school or like on YouTube or wherever. Like you learn there's blood vessels under your flesh, and there adds like different hues and stuff to the actual. Like it's not just peach or brown or yellow. Like there's actual tone variations in like blues and reds and greens. Like there's everything there. Like that people just don't even realize.
So in 3D and video games, when you're making a texture for skin, you would. This is such a nerd. This isn't pop culture. This is like nerdy, technical.
Yeah, but this is comics. This is comics. Art is comics.
You would do like a difference cloud thing, which that just looks like a bunch of fuzzy shit. If people don't know what that is, then you'd turn that into a mask and you'd put like really low opacity of that. You'd get like red. And basically, it'd be like red fuzz that's in clouds on the skin. Like you do that to make skin look real. You have those clouds of red and blue, and you can do that. And it's like it's not that hard. Like it's too much detail, really. People don't need to do that.
Well, in Irene's defense, she's saying I'm controlling, but I hate coloring interiors more. So she's justifying that.
I don't blame her. That's why I have an ink spots. But no. And like another reason why I do this show also, yes, to promote people, but it's so I can nerd out. I mean, yeah, I love the chat's there. I want to have fun with them and stuff, but I like having a conversation, whether we're talking about Die Hard or Who Framed Roger Rabbit or coloring techniques or inking techniques or Wolverine versus the Hulk. Like, I don't care. I just want to have fun and nerd out, whether it be on any subject. It doesn't have to be pop culture or stuff like that. Like to me, this is just a moment of like an hour of fun. Let's just have a good time. Like who cares?
Yeah. Ronan, as an artist, he's saying a lot of painters would do an underpainting of green or blue just for skin tone.
It comes up, then when you put the layer over the top, you see that from underneath. Perfect. Emo Trash says bones are a government conspiracy.
Wait, bones themselves? Like your actual bones inside your body?
Yeah, then bones. Are we going like anti-bone now? Bones aren't real. Space isn't real now. Bones aren't real.
Wait, space isn't real?
Talking blubber, and then Demas says true. So I'm like,
there are people. It's not just there's like how you have flat Earth. There are people who are like space isn't real. It's just not there.
Wait, I don't even know how to wrap my mind around that concept that space isn't real.
How did we get on this topic? Were we talking about bones?
Conspiracy.
Because bones are a conspiracy, apparently. Now, I thought maybe Emo was talking about the TV show Bones.
That's what I was thinking of at first as well. Because, I've been watching that lately.
Well, but no. The word she used was awe.
Right.
We're in space right now.
Big calcium. Yeah, drink milk, get bone.
Oh my!
Which, speaking of bone, I did get issues 1 and 2 third printing of bone. Very happy about that because I never owned issue 1. I always wanted the first print, which is like thousands of dollars. But so I'm like, I can't afford that. But I got it.
Never read it. I've never.
Oh, dude, Just Bone is really good. The first few that I've read, they're a lot of fun. It's entertaining. It's a great book.
I am now only in this conversation connecting that what that character looks like. He must be the Bone, right? The white thing. I never
thought of him as a bone.
Doesn't he look like a bone?
That little thing he kind of faster.
He is white and oddly shaped, but then he's a very malleable bone, if so.
Hold on, a bone comic. Well, yeah, he can be a gelatin bone.
Like he's like a
that's why you can't see them when you shine a torch through their skin. Mm-hmm. Just saying, because you said malleable, whatever.
Malleable. Wait, no, guys. I'm gonna have to pull this up. I'm pulling up Twitter.
Pull it up.
I don't want to pull up
all the DMs. Let's reveal all the secret.
I really am surprised you didn't call it Carnal the Bonebarian, but that's just me.
That's very labored, Angela.
Yeah, that's too much.
Filled with fluid. Angela. What do you call something that holds fluid? Bladder. Oh no.
See, to me, he looks
cute.
Bone's fantastic. I always pictured him as just like a ghost thing that was like a solid object or
No,
something.
he's a bone. Look
Is
at
he
his head.
supposed
He's
to be a
fucking
bone?
Does he break if he like falls down? Like, does he
No,
just-
no, no. He's fallen down plenty of times. He doesn't break.
He's a bone that came to life.
Is that? Are you sure?
And so
Look at his head. It can't not be. It can't not be. That's got to be the whole.
That
I
is
always
that is
wondered-
very like femur bone type ish.
It's like, why is it called bone? Why does he look like a ghost and it's not called ghost?
I always
He's
thought
a
he was like
bone.
Casper, but when I saw him, I just would think Casper because he has like that same look, just a bigger nose.
You after all these years, I've never even thought about this, and you probably hit it on the head there, Jake. That he's a
I nailed
walking
it.
bone.
I nailed that bone.
You nailed the bone,
I'm
sir.
just gonna say, I thought I was a derailer streams. I think Emo Trash has me beat. I'm
No.
impressed.
No,
Hmm.
Emo Trash does not have you beat.
Bone is a fraction of an entire skeleton. I wonder what part it like. Is he the femur? Like, what do we got here?
He does look like a femur, but there's more bones. There's Phony Bone, and I can't remember the
No.
other bone guy that has the star shirt.
Oh my
I always
God.
forget his.
I now
There's
need
that
to
Phony
get
Bone.
this.
You've never heard of Bone, Angela?
Oh, I have heard of Bone. That's what I'm saying. I always thought it
Oh.
was like Casper, but obviously it's not a ghost because it's a bone.
Jake, you might like it. It's fantasy. It's humorous. It's not
Um,
disgusting humor, but what?
Hin is here. She's saying, Angela, you have to read what I say in an English accent, as Jason doesn't have his English lady whispering in his ear.
Don't insult
Oh,
her
that was
like that.
terrible.
That
I'm sorry.
was
I'm sorry.
kind of- that was. I don't know which part of England that
I have
accent was.
no
supposed
idea.
to
See,
Yeah,
Hin, hi. Anyway,
Like I mean, Jake's
did
here.
it.
He just totally
But
insulted.
be. You
I don't
did.
do English accent well.
That was you doing like an Angela Curry / Lara Croft.
So
Like,
sad.
That was like slightly Indian Lara Croft. It is. I
Well, the English accent is horrible.
I
Horrible.
love hearing Americans do British accents, but it's funny
I do it
the
better.
which ones they pick to do.
I
The
don't.
one
really
you
do it
picked,
that way.
people don't usually do that. They always go the In It Bruv one or the Harry Potter, like, oh, hello.
Usually, I think it's like the Harry Potter one. Yeah.
yeah.
Wasn't too bad.
Right.
Thank you, Hin.
Mightn't I trouble you to maybe purchase a mug of warm, liquidish leaves dipped in water, a caffeinated
Boy.
beverage perchance? Like that's the
I want to do the
Sure.
coffee. That's what I need to get down. Henry Bean says it's Fun Bone, Smiley Bone, and Dance Swan.
Bone, Smiley Bone, and yeah, Phone Bone. Yeah.
Hey Noah, what's up?
What's up, Noah? Shelby's Australian accent can't be beat. Though. So if you ever
Australian,
want to
yeah.
hear an American do an
God.
accent of anything, listen to Shelby's Australian
That's-
accent.
Seeing like a lot of people for a while thought that Jake was actually an Aussie.
Aussie.
An Aussie.
I'm sure they will still. Some people may still attest to the Aussie.
No,
accent.
I hang
It's
out with
good
an
having an
Aussie.
ambiguous
You do hang
accent
out with
so people
them.
don't know where to place you.
No, I like to call hockey a limey just to make him mad. You know,
What is a limey? Why that?
because he's not British.
Because he ain't no limey.
He ain't no
Why
limey.
limey? Boy,
You think I'm a bloody lie? You think I'm from my leg? People get offended when you like assume they're from the wrong place.
Well,
like,
he'll
Do
yeah
you not know who I am? It's like
yeah. Well, like it's like if you were to say I'm from Canada, I really wouldn't care. I'm like it doesn't matter which country I'm from. My personality is still the same. Like it's irrelevant.
it's funny, yeah. Like I was just. I don't know why people get annoyed at that because I just don't. People in England assume I'm from America. People from America assume I'm Australian. No one can ever guess it, and I kind of like that. But yeah,
You're a
some people
man
get
of mystery,
offended.
sir. You're a mysterious man.
I'm
Nice.
looking forward to one day someone says like, "Are you from like South Korea or something?" I'm like, "No, it's
Oh.
just I'm just a bit."
Korea? Why you got
You
those
just
Asian
get so-
eyes or something?
I got this. You want to see how wide? You want to see how wide they can open?
That's
Well, I'm not wearing
great.
glasses.
I never noticed that
Hold on.
before.
Look. Look, this
Hold
is
on,
my
where are you?
this is my Millhouse takes off his glasses moment.
Aww.
Look at Jake.
That's the biggest I can open these little fuckers.
Oh, jeez. Dude, I get made fun of all the time because the way my eyebrows sit, they sit lower on my head. So it looks like I don't have a top eyelid. They cover my top eyelid, so it looks like I don't have a top eyelid. My ex-wife used to make fun of me all the time. She's like, you don't have top eyelid. I'm like, they're there. You just got to lift up my eyebrow. They're right there.
I would think you're a lizard. That's a lizard thing, I think, not having a top.
Maybe I'm a lizard man, like in the Y-File. So you like that transition, how I just did that? Because you wanted to talk about that so badly, Angela,
Well,
that this is the only reason we're doing the stream.
You guys are late to the party. When I pointed out Emo Trash's Bone Zone comment, like Bones are a conspiracy, that was to provide a very ham-fisted segue into talking about Y-Files.
I thought that's where we were headed.
I derailed that crap. I didn't want to talk about it then. No. I wanted to talk about Bone the comic book because Jeff Smith's Bone is a great book, and I loved it.
The fact that Noah's saying you look Asian is interesting because he thinks that Asians don't have noses. So I'm curious if he thinks you have a nose or not.
Noah's 12.
Yeah, that's true too.
So
he's still 12? Is he older now?
He might be 12 and a half by now.
Well, yeah.
Angela, you wanted to talk about the Y-Files with Jake. You were very anxious about it. You couldn't stop DMing me all night. Y-Files, Jake, Y-Files. So
no, it's a show that I will never watch, but I will like from a distance admire.
You never will watch it. Now you want to talk about it
because it was something relevant to what he likes. And the last time he was on, we talked about some other things. I figured we could talk about this because there are people in this chat who might be like, "Y-Files is so interesting. I want to watch that."
For the stream,
it's for the chat.
Like, you're like talking. You mentioned this as the topic. But then you also said, like, I've been telling a lot of people about
a recommendation.
She's a real evangelist.
There are people I know who would like it. And I'm like, hey, you should check this out. That's all I did.
What's your favorite episode, Angela?
I told you I haven't seen it yet. I did get a one of the people that I shared it with, who's into a lot of World War II stuff. He sent me an episode I will watch. About
it will not be dead.
It's about so and then we started talking about there's a show that Tim Kennedy did. He was like a MMA fighter. Operation Eagle Flight, the escape from Berlin to Bariloche.
The rumor is he didn't die, he went to Argentina. But by now he's dead.
Yeah, no, apparently.
I believe he's dead. Hunting Hitler. This is the Tim Kennedy show, which I'm going to actually watch this because it's very interesting. If you go to Argentina, like a lot of their support vehicles, like fire and so forth, they have this like Nazi-looking eagle on the. It's really interesting.
Well, there's a lot of like former Nazis or relatives, like sons and daughters and grandsons of Nazi members in Argentina. There's a lot, but that's just I'm not saying that's where Hitler maybe went, but a lot of Nazis probably escaped to go to Argentina, like probably. But then again, America took in a bunch of Nazis for Project Paperclip or Operation Paperclip. So I mean, it's just that's craziness and insanity.
Well, I mean, are you gonna?
Hi, Justin.
Not take the Nazis and not go to the moon. Which one do you want to? You're gonna go to the moon, or do you want to get rid of the Nazis? Do you want to go to the moon?
Now, what is your whole moon landing theory there, Jake? Are you pro or anti moon landing? Do you think we went, or do you think we didn't go?
It is my okay.
Let's hear it.
Like having my views on many things. I get to hold two potentially opposing positions in a simultaneous superposition, creating a gradient of possibility. And the moon thing, obviously, you don't know. It's like the space is fake. You don't know fucking anything unless you've been there. I haven't been there.
True.
At the same time, you can't like exist in life thinking I'm a brain in the jar and everyone else is fake in a simulation.
Right.
God, I'm gonna be starting a simulation theory. I'd probably offend half the chat by saying it's just cope.
No. I have plenty of conversations with Luke, Death Metal Hero, about the simulation theory and about different types of theories upon what reality truly is and stuff like that. So yeah, go ahead.
So the moon.
The moon.
Step one, radiation belt. Humans couldn't go through it. Maybe. You know what I mean? Potential barrier. Unmanned flights totally could go. You know what I mean? Fake. Look. If it's difficult to get a human through the radiation, it might be difficult to get like film through the radiation. Like I have a Polaroid camera. If I take those film cartridges on holiday with me, they end up milky and white. You know what I mean? They're fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting.
Like so. Anyway, even the idea of like the camera moving up as the thing takes off, right? So the excuse for that is it could be remotely operated. Fine, whatever. But like, do they have like a live video feed wirelessly going into the lander from that camera, and they just leave there's just so many loose ends with it, despite the radiation belt. But you know, here's where I come in from the other side, because this is the pessimistic side. This is the totally couldn't happen really. But you know, you need the win, so you film some stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe you could have unmanned missions to pick stuff up, and then you film some stuff. You still technically went, whatever. Like, who cares? Oh, you don't have the technology anymore? That's kind of weird. Anyway, opposite side.
And to me, that's how you should look at quite a lot of these things, is with both mindsets there and formulate an opinion based off of that. And a lot of it does boil down to, which you're right, I haven't been there, I haven't seen it, so I can't fully well know. But people can obviously speculate, have ideas, concepts, and you know, like I'm kind of in your boat where, like, maybe they did film something, and some people, like, they, you know, maybe went later, or maybe there's an unmanned thing that went, or maybe we did go. I like here's where I stand on it. I like the idea that we went, even if we didn't or did. I like the idea we did, so that's what I'm gonna stick with.
Well, you'll like this then, Jace. You'll like the other side. The other side is you can create a electromagnetic field that propels gravity simply by creating a magnetic field by spinning electrons through space at a high enough RPM, 0-point energy, anti-gravity. It's all possible, and it's in the TR-3B, a secret aircraft that has existed since the 80s, with the Project Paperclip successor to the Nazi Bell potentially existing even earlier than the TR-3B. Sounds like nonsense, but what I'm saying is Black Book, secret projects, secret craft that probably could go to the moon in seconds. There's also a possibility that exists. So, like, if you're just thinking traditional Apollo rockets, maybe not. But if you're thinking of like secret Black Book technology, where you just basically all of the UFOs are just like secret us made things, they could probably jump to the moon in seconds and spin around the back of it and hang out with all the aliens that have a base on the back of it, all that stuff.
Well, like Bob Lazar, he was working on the anti-gravity projects and all that stuff. And what was it? What was that, element 115 or something like that? That he was,
that's supposed to be an exotic material that's like more mercury than mercury. The idea in the original ones is you just spun mercury. You know, if you run an electric current through mercury in like a dish circuit thing, it just moves like like the mercury itself. So let's say you have 0-point energy, you can draw it from the vacuum of space. And so you basically have infinite electric. You shove that into the fucking mercury centrifuge, and it goes, and then like it just creates its own electromagnetic field around it, repels gravity, and just can float on its own. Like, I don't know. That's where my head.
Okay.
Thanks to the Y-Files this month, that's where my head is at. So.
There you go. See? Relevant.
You were...
But here's my question. though. So do you
Mhm.
believe in alien life form? Because if, I mean, obviously, you know, the whole UAPs and whatnot, if they are from outer
So,
space, I mean, how
Angela.
travel
You
to
just getting
our
cuddly
Do
sphere
warm.
you want do you
see them,
want
but
the
how we cannot
again
travel out to go to the moon?
again, Angela? It's going to be a multifaceted response here
Hit
Mm,
because
us. Hit us,
we
I
don't
Jay.
know.
know. You've got you must comprehend a possibility field, seeing as you have no direct. You must conjugate the possibilities. Now, okay.
Hmm?
Step one, I would first say that all the phenomena is simply us secret human stuff, because that's just the most plausible, you know what I mean? So like if you're gonna use the logic tree of go with most plausible first, then you go there.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
jump, look, if we're talking um younger Dryas 10,000 years ago, different societies 10,000 years before that, and before that, and before that. And if we're thinking about basically on a cycle, advanced human societies up and gone, up and gone, up and gone,
Mhm.
I would say, who knows which technologies either any of those had, if they existed. Now, let's say a group from each generation of that advanced society realize what's
Mhm.
going to happen and go in a cave, right? Simple.
Yeah.
Seems plausible. So, my thinking is that the next layer is any, if there were beings, and they always are described as humanoid, right?
Mhm.
They're always
Yeah.
described as humanoid. The
Hmm.
small grays, the
Yeah.
tall grays, the lizard. Genuinely, they could just be the leftover remnants of previous humans that whenever the calamity hit for them, went underground, went under the ocean, went somewhere, hid away from the solar storm that probably does all this stuff rather than asteroids. Hid away, kept their tech tree. Like if they're in a video game and they're
Yeah.
like a civilization and they're researching this like science tree, like they keep their science tree going for like tens and hundreds of thousands of years. Imagine if there was an advanced, even a mediocre, like a basic bitch society. They've got the wheel, they've got farming or something. Maybe they have some electric stuff, maybe some, and what? They went underground and then it's 100,000 years later. Things would have stepped up for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they would have made some shit happen in 100,000 years. And so that's when
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like,
look at what we did in just a couple hundred years.
exactly. So,
Wait.
secret humans, but then ancient humans before aliens. Because the alien one
Are
is
you talking
like,
like Nephilim?
say again.
Are you talking like Nephilim type stuff or like Atlantis?
Well, so yeah, so like yeah, I mean that definitely could nest inside that. That is all ancient human stuff, right? But
Yeah.
the Nephilim is what were the names? What are the names? It's the cool name for the aliens.
The Anunnaki?
Anunnaki. So yeah, 'cause the the idea with the Anunnaki is that that's like Anunnaki human hybrids is the Nephilim. You know what I mean? It's not
Mhm.
just like demons in the sea.
Right,
Like,
right.
so like that's the idea of, oh, we have that weird chromosome shoved in the genome of human that came out of nowhere. Oh, humans are genetically engineered. You know what I mean? That's the kind of like they swoop in, they put their DNA in a monkey, and then suddenly humans, and then we mine gold for them for like thousands of years or
Right.
something. Yeah, I mean that fits in the ancient human. You can still have ancient humans without having to have outside intervention. Plus, actually, the Anunnaki, it's not even like ooh space aliens, because like their planet's supposed to be in our solar system, right? It's the planet X that's like has the super elliptical orbit. You know what I mean? And like breaks off planet every time it comes out. That's still technically solar system. But yeah, then
according to Moromius, a little off topic, but he's saying that the fastest engine we can build can get to Mars in 39 days. So, I mean, obviously that's possible. He's a pilot.
And in the white world that you know of, blah, 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 etc. You know what I mean? Like,
there's always been... Go ahead, Angela.
I just wish you had more hope for humanity than I do in regards to the fact that we can go to the moon. I mean, if aliens can do it, why can't we? And we are superior.
But Angela, I would say it's possible, but like we clearly can't do it because we currently can't do it. Right? Like
I believe
literally can't do it right now, apparently.
There are people obviously working. Like, I'm sorry that, the rocket getting caught by that hand, that's dope. So it can still very well be possible.
So what do you think Elon Musk is going up into outer space and just coming right? He's reaching like the hemisphere, and just the rocket hasn't actually gone out of our hemisphere. The current rocket that SpaceX has been launching.
I don't know. Maybe I got wires crossed. I'm definitely not one of the space is fake people.
Right.
Or the
I knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, I've been in all places right now.
I mean, if you thought space was fake, it still would be an interesting conversation, because I would like to know how that even works. Because I don't know how space can be fake. Like, it's...
I don't believe space is fake. I meant the reality that we went into outer space. That people don't believe that actually happened is more of what I believe space.
But there's the theory that those, like, the people on the space station, they're not through the radiation belt.
Well, they're in Earth's, or they're in the orbit. They're in Earth's orbit. That's why the rockets have to fire every so often to keep them from falling into the Earth, because it's slowly, so they have to push it back out.
To go to the moon, you got to go a lot further.
A lot further out.
You got to go a long way.
Pretty far. Like, that's why Jake was saying it's possible we sent unmanned spacecraft to the moon, maybe retrieve some moon rocks, and it came.
No, I mean, if I was to say which one I think is more likely, I think we've built our own anti-gravity craft, and we've literally we probably have bases on the moon.
There are so many, right? And there are
super easy to fly there in like seconds.
There's photos of the other side of the moon, and there's like, it looks like actual, like there's buildings there almost, like there's shapes there.
Okay. So finally, other countries are doing more moon exploration shit, and yeah, it was China had their moon rover, and then they had this one photo of this like white cube off in the distance, and they call it the Mystery Hut. It's called the Mystery Hut.
The Mystery Hut. I didn't even hear about that. That's fantastic. I like that.
Yeah. But as is being said, we're in a simulation, so technically everything is fake, possibly even our bones. So full circle.
But okay, if you're in a simulation and everything is fake, it's really not fake because it's still real to you.
That's true.
It's still real. Like
if we're gonna touch upon simulation theory, I need to. Okay, the conversations people have about simulation theory, they're like 50 layers of accepting a crazy concept before they even get there. Like Elon Musk goes, "It's inevitable." You know what I mean? There's probably more simulated realities than there are real realities, and it's like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
You're invoking the concept of infinity, which might not be compatible with this. So the idea is simulation theory, and that there's more simulated than real, right? The idea is that, for one, you accept that it is physically possible to create a simulation that is a one-to-one match to reality, right? Like you're accepting that's possible. There can be ceilings to how far certain technologies can be developed, where they take exponential amounts of energy to get the last 2%, like self-driving cars that Elon does. Like you can get a large way of the distance of the developing the technology with minimal resources. The last 10 to 1% of perfecting that technology, it takes exponential amounts of like resources development to get there. Like it's potentially impossible to perfect, but the simulation theory thing, it assumes that it is possible to perfect. It might not be. There might be a physical ceiling to the possibility of even getting simulation 1 before it's like, well, inside that one is another one, and inside that one is another one. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I do not accept that we have concluded that it's even possible to get simulation 1 yet. But sorry, I feel very strongly about the simulation theory stuff because people just kind of like stumble into it, and there's almost like a linguistic magic trick that gets played, and they're brought past a couple of boundaries to the theory, and then they start going like, wow, what if it is a simulation? But it's still fun to talk about. And I'm sorry if I went on too much.
No, you can talk for no, you can talk for as long as you want, in my opinion, and try to. To me, it's all fascinating, and what it boils down to is you're still here no matter which one you believe. So you know what I mean? It's fun. I think it's engaging, and I'm always fascinated on not only the different theories of what reality truly is and truly can be, but as far as like just how people go about that and what it involves and entails. And it's just, but it also, that stuff like that harkens back to what we do by telling stories like simulation theory, the mirage, the mirror theory, the hologram theory. It harkens back to what we do by just telling stories. These are all stories. These are all theories. They're not provable as we know of right now. So we're just going to tell stories and make up a wonderful, books and things. And what?
Wait, is this a quote from a movie? You think that's air you're breathing? I feel like I saw it in a movie.
It's a Matrix quote.
That's in the Matrix. Oh yeah, it's because of the Matrix.
You know what's in the Matrix?
What?
In the world of Deploria, after years of solitude, a dark, erotic curse threatens to be unleashed.
Walking through the forest, watch blue guys on the prowl. There's only one man there to stop them. If you just stop joking around, they come here to invade your lands, bring life here to an end. But you just want to get real drunk and make lots of new friends. Carnal the barbarian, Carnal the barbarian, Carnal the barbarian.
Hey, we're in dark mode. Nice.
Yeah. I can't. If it's in regular mode, my eyes get insanely blown out, and I can't.
Now all the semi-transparent graphics will look like crap.
Yes, you are correct, sir. No, yeah, I had a hard time seeing some of it. I'm like, what is that say right there? Is that the regular cover or the real cover? What is that?
A hard time seeing it, Jason.
I'm sorry, Jake. I can't see it any other way. I can't. It'll destroy my eyes. With the eye condition that I have, bright lights are just like they almost hurt. So, what, Angela?
I was just quoting from a movie.
Oh, Gremlins, bright light. Yeah. No, yeah. So I do apologize for everyone. Please click on the link pinned to the top of the chat as well as in the description and go to the page yourself. That way you can actually see the beautiful layout that Jake has made. And I always picture that as you being near the narrator and Irene singing it. I just think it's funny.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
It would be hilarious. Somebody's at my door. Yeah.
I would imagine it. Go on, Angela. What?
I thought
What'd you
that's
say,
what
Angela?
happened. I don't know. I'm going to mute myself.
Why? Why is she muting herself?
I'm sure she's not in the chat anymore. That would probably require a heavy amount of auto tune.
No, Irene's got a lovely singing voice, please.
She does have a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
But
So Carnal, my friend, tell us about this story.
Well-
And Angela, unmute yourself. Tell us about Carnal.
one of the interesting segues, seeing as we talked about simulation theory, as I am hypnotized by this slow rhythmic scroll. The series as the story will eventually deal with the nature of reality. Carnal is comedic fantasy. It follows the adventures of the titular character Carnal, who lives in a forest on his own, keeps to himself because he has a curse, an erotic curse that can cause a lot of trouble if he is out in normal society. So, in order to save the world, he saves them from himself by living in the woods and drinking himself paralytic almost every single day. Now, one day, as he's going about his business, a group of blorks that are blue orcs who want to invade the human kingdom come in through the forest, because this is like an abandoned part of the human kingdom. Anyway, the group comes with a gaggle of brood mothers who want to find a human partner, so they put at risk Connell's ability to repress the urges that he holds so tightly. But that's the long and short of it. So yeah, it's him avoiding beautiful babes. It's fan service. It's high effort fan service. There's a lot of world building. I'm trying to make kind of the fantasy version of Futurama, if you kind of get, because like their world, they have all these different races. Like Futurama is a fantasy, but just in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So they did Disenchantment or whatever for Netflix, and it wasn't what I thought people would want from that. They would, I think people would want like fantasy Futurama, a world with like these different races that interact in that way, crazy concepts that are just accepted by the people of this time. But yeah, so the blorks are invading the forest. Connell's the only person that can stop them.
I will say, I did catch Red Valkyrie's cosplay. So if you haven't live stream, that was like so really fun.
Yeah, bring up Shay's. Shay does a lot of work with those. Yeah, bring it up if you want.
Crazy.
Yeah, Shay does great work. Everyone go subscribe to Red Valkyrie.
She did a cosplay of Truffle, who I am looking forward to seeing what people think of her character.
What is his name? I missed that.
Truffle. Here's the. I'm looking forward to what people think of her character, basically.
So just curious, why blue? Why didn't you make them like purple? Was it blue influenced by Smurfs? Is there a reason they're blue?
Then they would be called porks, and that just doesn't really flow.
That's
yeah. They would be called porks. Okay, so it's partly I have a video game that I've worked on called Hollow Fist, and in Hollow Fist there's black slime called Blime, and so literally I kind of wanted to make like an analog or a mirror of that by calling the orcs blorks, and then they happen to be blue and they look cool. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
I like
so-
blue's a good color.
yeah. Some people compared the Blorks to like the Navi and stuff, and I never connected that before.
I don't know. What is that from?
That's from Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar. There he is. There she is.
Oh, look at that. Nice job,
Oh
Shay.
my god, she's so great. I love her.
She said that she will be bringing it to a convention at some point, and that will be amazing.
That'd be
And
cool.
if she does the more advanced version of the cosplay, and just so happens to go out for a photo shoot, maybe there may end up being a cosplay print that the first 100 backers may have secured, but we'll see.
Paula's confirmed she looked hot as a blue pig. So
Now, are they
It
typically
surprisingly
tall
well.
creatures?
yeah, she's tall.
Say again, because she's tall.
She's very tall.
There are definitely tall Blork broodmothers, but Truffle is not. So she would be an unusually tall Truffle, but we can just pretend that Connell's universe is scaled up. Like
I can't pretend things.
Is it Blorks with a K or Blorks with a C? Blorks or Blorks?
I think it's with a K.
Okay.
Because it looks cooler.
It looks cooler with a K.
Yeah, the C one feels really weak. So
yeah.
I mean, Orcs is like a C, but yeah, I like K too.
Yeah, good job, Shay, on that. Everyone go subscribe to Red Valkyrie. They
Yay.
do great shows, promo shows, and stuff like that.
There
How
needs
tall
to be
is she?
pink orcs called orcs now. And they would wait a minute. Oh, how
Wait.
tall? Sorry. I was talking all over Angela. I've done that many
No,
times.
no,
Angela needs a better microphone, if anything. I think it's what happens is her mic isn't the best, so whenever
will bring me when Amazon goes off strike. So that's in the works. So
No, but they have to eventually come across just some pigs, and then they have to say, "What are those pink orcs?" And they call them porks, but they're pigs. That has to happen.
I love
How tall
that.
is she? How tall?
she's
how tall is Truffle?
6'1", 6'2". That's how tall Shay is.
She wore,
female
look at that con. Was it the con you were at as well, Jake, where she wore high heels, so she was like 7 foot tall? Amaze.
She's very tall, but yes, that was Heroes, and if all things go well, maybe she will bring this cosplay to Heroes, because I'll be at Heroes Con this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make Heroes Con also next year. So yeah,
I might try to make it too.
I'm not gonna be at Heroes
Angela,
Con next year. Never
come.
mind. Just kidding. That's a joke, Angela. Relax.
Eating chicken.
I want you to come, Angela.
I want to see you alive, Jake.
Phrasing is
You're
that
this
just not
other
a
guy.
thing? So let's go over the tiers real quick here. The Jakester. Like I said, help the old man with his bad eyeballs. So it goes across the top. I hate this. Indiegogo, you suck. I go back to your old format. Anyway.
Well, okay. The over the top thing isn't like
I hate
technically that bad. It's just it makes the rest of the page too skinny.
Okay, yeah. Why is it like that then? Like
But it's like it's shoved over to the side.
why is
and
it shoved over to the side? It makes no sense.
like that space is designed to have the perks next to it. Like you can't just change it.
If you're gonna do that, then have the rest of the bottom, those images take up the middle, the entire middle of the page.
But here's the thing: all of the pages people have made, they would have made images that are specifically the width of that area too. 'Cause that's what you do when you design these things. You make it really bespoke to the pixel amounts, the resolutions. So
it's obnoxious. Pick something and stick with it. So let's go over the tiers real quick. Everybody's favorite part, because it's not boring at all. But we have to know what your campaign entails, sir.
we can make it not boring. Like, listen, guys, this is the exciting bit. This is where you start to think, am I gonna invest in this amazing future IP? And how will I go about it? Can I spend money this close to Christmas?
Yes.
But yeah, we have.
You know what, Jake? You bring up a good point. You're spending money anyway.
Your wallet's open.
Just go ahead and spend it here too. Like, I say treat yourself to a Christmas gift, and if you do, make it carnal.
So what I will say is this is 44 pages of like
Nice.
full color, like double page spread layouts. Like
Ooh.
it's trying to be as cinematic as possible. Like there almost isn't an area on the page that doesn't have ink on it, right? I'm trying to use the principle of having as many gags as possible happening while still having like characters that have relationships on an unfolding plot that constantly surprises or pulls the camera back and makes you go, what? I know I should be talking about products, but I wanted to dip into that. Right.
Dip into what you want, sir. Get your dipstick, the powder. Do it.
Dip that stick in.
Yeah.
You can get what will be the amazing story of Connell in 3 main cover flavors. There's the main one, and then there's Irene's, the beautiful rainy cover. Those are the only ones you can get on their own. The third one, which is the portrait cover, you can only get in the package. So that's the main tier. The featured one is the throbbing package. You get everything. You get all the covers. You get the Sketchy Starts side book that has like layouts and character designs. You get the pin. You get the standee. You get the original art trading card, the rest of the trading cards, all the stretch goal trading cards. And I tried to price it where with shipping it would be under 200. So yeah, that's the big bundle. You obviously want the bundle, but yeah.
Obviously.
Then we have the hard enamel pin. Do you guys collect enamel objects? Because some people do, but not everyone does.
I prefer blankets and puzzles and magnets
I collect comic books.
and books.
Well, there's a whole culture around collecting like pin badges and stuff. On the last campaign, we did the blue Dick X keychains. So this is like glitter with hard enamel, also available as an add-on. But yeah, so the Seedling Queen pin is an enamel pin using glitter and overprint and like glow in the dark on the little guy. But yeah, it's going to be a hard enamel pin. I want to do one of those per campaign, so it will end up as a collection. And they'll kind of try and feature a main female character from the series, so they should all make a nice set. Then we have Sketchy Starts 1. Sketchy Starts was the preview book, which I don't have on hand. Huh?
Is that hedgehog? Can you have a
hedgehog?
I think you had a little enamel pin for the little hedgehog, didn't you? Or is that?
I did make it. I don't have it on hand to show, but yes, I've got Irene's skull shield.
Hold on.
Kind of thing.
This
This kind of
big.
stuff. I just had this on hand.
Nice.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah,
But
pull it
yeah,
up.
you can.
After campaign. Henry did say that he backed Irene's cover first, but then he backed yours because he can't let Jake get beat by a chick.
Okay, I had seeing as this is just between us guys.
Yeah.
Seeing as she's totally not around right now.
She's not in the chat anymore. She left.
No, she's not in the chat.
Yeah.
There is a cover war of who will sell the most covers, me or Irene. Here's the thing. I have more than one cover on this campaign.
Aha!
Oh my god. So I could buy
Brad.
If you were to combine the number and like, listen, I'm not gonna finish. I'm not. You can connect the dots on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying
that you're better than her. Yeah,
I've got a couple of covers.
That you're winning. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like this is a losing game. Now you're forcing me to back her cover. You realize that right now.
That's okay. I'll just back Jake's cover twice.
Oh my
The
god.
status quo is maintained.
I get one specific cover. It's Agnes? That's the big one.
So everybody go back Jake's cover because you want the best one, and then get Irene's also just because sympathy for Irene.
Yeah, I think she's like 11 ahead.
Yeah, she's honestly, yeah, you're batting pretty well here, sir.
But in the go on.
Come on, Angela.
No, this is off topic, but not really. Trading cards are better than stickers or bookmarks, but pendants, and then he has are greater than pens. And then Sumo is saying He likes enamel pins, but I don't know what to do with them. My denim jacket is full. I got to see that denim jacket now.
People do have like wallets that they put their collections in. You can do the pin board thing. I have some pinned around. That is the question of all these bits of useless, worthless cat. Is like, who cares? Like, who cares? Oh, you bought a pin? Who cares? Now, this is what I think makes people care is when they become collections and sets. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can throw some trading cards in, but if you do 9 and they have an artwork piece on the back and they're numbered, and that was the first set, that was like series 1, that makes it cool. Like, that's what the pin. It's like, okay, you did a pin, great. But if you do literally like a series of the pins and they have like a similar design to them, and it's like a range of the characters, that's a numbered set, it becomes a collection. Like, that's what I think. To me, that makes it cool. Yeah, she has. Yeah.
Irene uses them as a room decor on her pin board, which is a good idea. I was thinking like on a book bag would be cool too. Like, I have a couple book bags.
Well, that's the thing. People collect what interests them anyway. So if they like pins, it doesn't matter if it's worth $1 billion or a penny. They collect it because they like it. There's people who collect those little penny stamps at theme parks. Like, you know, you roll it in and then you put a penny in and it stamps it and it makes it into like a design. There's people who collect those. Who, you know, people like what they like and they like to collect what they want. So some people like trading cards. Some people like these pins, which are really cool. They're not for me, but there might be for somebody else who really love them. And so why not cater to that market as well? Like it's all endless almost as to what you can do and to what you can adhere to in that marketplace. So, yeah, but obviously the main thing is the comic. The other things are just fun little things like, oh, I love comic books, but I also do like, you know, bookmarks. Oh, this campaign has one. Great. I'm going to get me an extra book. I'm going to get me a part of another thing to collect. So yeah, like it's just that extra little thing.
When I'm really enthusiastic about, and like we've sold 16 of the big bundles, like. Nice. If I'm really in, I've gone for the bundle on a handful of other campaigns. Like if I'm really into something, I kind of want the complete set, especially the first set. You know what I mean? So like I've tried to make that possible on this campaign, and I want to. One thing I try to do with the perks and on this campaign is make a set of items where it's like. That's it. That's the series 1 bundle. You know what I mean? And like, because I want to go to other platforms, maybe there's a couple of things that get added in here but I want to make this is series 1. You know what I mean? And you can get it, and it's not going to be like constantly reprinted or like have new covers always slapped on it. It's like, no, you went in on the series 1 thing. Here is your reward. You own the complete set kind of thing.
Right.
Which is if I don't get the series 1, then I feel like I don't want to get series 2 because I feel like I missed out on series 1. I have to collect them all.
Then I guess you should go for the throbbing package.
I think you need the throbbing package.
I think you need the throbbing package.
You got to have a throbbing package in your life, Angela.
Okay.
Can see.
Oh my god!
No, but
I'm a shade of red right now, but okay.
Okay. Well, back to the
back to the
you have the standee set.
So, we got the books, we got the pen. People, you know, standees are a thing. I know Camel did a lot of standees on his Hail Salad stuff.
Chad Townsend did a standee.
But I wanted to step things up by making a standee set. So it's 3 characters at once. It's a diorama scene that takes place in the comic. It features 3 characters, and it comes with the collector's trading cards of those characters. So each item will come with a collector's card that makes up a set. And so if whoever has the standee, they get all 3 trading cards for Truffle, Twist, and Elignar. And obviously, if you get your hands on the Throbbing package, you also get those trading cards.
Yep.
But yeah, like they're gonna be manufactured where they have the reverse artwork on the back of the pieces. So if you turn it around, you'll see all of their asses.
Ooh.
You can switch the characters around.
Yes.
There's like bits of gore. It's like a whole diorama playset. It's not just a standee. It's a scene.
She says weird noises and stuff whenever we're talking. Don't even worry about it.
I'm diaring a playset to my nephew, so I might have to think about that one. I don't know.
You definitely should not have this comic anywhere near.
How old is your nephew?
I mean, it's kind of the whole like I want him to think well
It's
of
really
me.
a simple answer.
Well, he's in his 20s, but still, I don't want to be all like, why?
Then you get it for him. Who cares?
If Angela, if you got this for him, by the way, her nephew's in his 20s.
No. I'm getting this for me, but if he would come over to my house and see this diorama in my room, I don't want to be like, what's going on here? So, like, that's what I'm just kind of, thinking about that. So that's all.
Maybe in a Jungian psychology sense, Angela, you should let go of those anxieties, those reservations. I think you should purposefully, as a way to, it's like mental development, psychological, to really push that your existence into a higher realm. You should buy the standee set. You should put it together. You should put it on your bedside table.
Don't deny it, right? Is that what I'm saying? I'm getting that.
and get another set for your nephew. You have the full bleed.
Yeah, full bleed shit. That's like a cool way of saying all over print.
Oh, okay, nice. Oh, there it is.
He's a barbarian. He kills people. There's blood involved. So full bleed. It's like, full bleed in the print sense into the margins, which the book definitely is. Those margins, they don't stand a chance against my fucking layouts. But yes, there are 2 shirts.
Shirts of both of. Okay, there's more shirts.
Yes, both of the covers have a shirt.
Nice.
And you can get them in male and female forms. Angela, can you believe
there's
that?
2 genders?
There's only.
Oh my god!
I mean, that's kind of like where it. Yeah, it kind of tops out at 2.
Huh? It's news to me.
But Angela, so often, are you fine ladies left in the dust when it comes to t-shirts on campaigns when they do not have the female option, the tank top, the feminine tee. They just make you all wear the baggy guy
Down
shit.
with the patriarchy.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're all about, right? But
I mean, my nephew would agree with that in some way. Yes, I don't know.
Not only can you get all of the t-shirts for guys, but yes, you can. All of the guys in the chat, you can buy one for your girlfriend, your wife, your fiance, your significant other.
For your mom. I mean, who knows?
I would like to get to what I would like to call the star of the campaign, the featured feature of the campaign, the reason why you did a campaign.
It should be the featured perk, if anything.
If anything, it should be the only perk, in my opinion. You have
the rest of them.
A 50 by 60 Blork pelt blankets are astounding.
I know.
Amazing.
So there's a website called Printful. We can bring many magnificent creations into the hands of. We've sold 2 already.
Whoa!
We launched it the other day. We sold 2 freaking blankets. I love it. I have been sleeping with my widow blankie for weeks now. I love this fucking thing. It's Sherpa on the other side.
Let's make it big. We can really show this off even better again. Yeah. Let's do it.
Embiggen me.
We are embiggen.
Look, it's Sherpa stuff, right?
Ooh.
It's not stretchy. it's not too well. It's a little bit stretchy. It's not too stretchy, so it's not like some like nylon-y crap. Like look at the stitching on here. Like it's like a quality product with like rounded corners and shit. Like this isn't some straggly bit of cloth.
That's not garbage.
The orange, look how vibrant that is. I know I have colored lighting.
Oh,
There might be. I need dark mode for that, sir. It's so bright.
Make him bigger.
I'm vibrating it.
I can't make him bigger. He's as big as what he can get.
Yeah, well,
Like,
no, there is a lot. Wait, Angela, you're saying you wish it was a larger size?
No, I'm just saying your picture was. I couldn't see you. I wanted everyone to see it.
Oh, everyone can see me. I'm super big.
He's gigantic.
Hard to
Yeah,
show. Hello, awesome one.
The cloth that the blokes wear, it is basically a real world item version of that. You can pull it from the page of the comic and take it into your bedroom. And yeah, you can wear it around like a robe in the winter. Winter is here. Winter is cold. And to fight that cold is the Blork pelt blanket.
I have a couple questions, sir. Is that available as an add-on?
It is, yeah.
Okay, nice. Because I was curious if somebody backs the book, they could then add on the blanket. If that way they don't have to back twice. Is what I'm getting at there.
Because they ship separately, it's the same. You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha. Yeah. So
it would add on the shipping. It would be the same, and like you won't have to wait until the books are finished for me to send it out.
That was my next question.
Yeah, as soon as I can lock in the transaction for the blankets, I'll send them to people. So,
because you just said winter is here, so if they order the blanket, they'll get it much sooner than summer. So now I got a blanket for the summer.
Like it's like I know people have to wait for these comics sometimes.
Yes.
Well, sometimes, every time. For this, I'm hoping to have it out around October this coming year, so it would have only been a year. But yeah, the shirts and the blanket, they will go out as soon as they can. So I like the idea of having a couple of products that people can get right away, and then like when to just sit there with your blanket getting ready for when the book comes out, building excitement.
There's questions about, so is that real stag horn?
Real stag horn.
And then Michael's wondering, is it machine washable or dry clean only?
Let's look for the tag together, shall we? Let's look for the laundry tag. Machine wash separately in cold water. Delicate cycle, not bleach.
So
tumble dry low heat settings. Do not iron. Do not dry clean. So, Michael Dieter, this is the dye sublimation method of printing on fabric, which means it's heated on and it's in the fabric. If you wash this at too high a heat, it will fade over time. So you can machine wash it on a cold setting, and the colors should stay tickety-boo for as long as possible. So,
and then do you line dry it, or can you dry it in the dryer?
It says you can do it in the dryer. Like it's not a shirt, so it's not like you're gonna worry about it shrinking. You know what I mean? Like I do think any heat risks the dye coming off. It says do not iron. It says tumble dry low heat setting.
Well, you should back their blanket and find out.
Yeah, Angela, because I couldn't put the puzzle up because it would have been too expensive. It really would have. I wouldn't have made any money.
I am highly considering the blanket.
I was thinking of you a little bit when I put the blanket up. So
it's fine. I never think of Angela when I do anything.
He never does. Preta 7, hello.
Hello.
Jake murdered creatures to bring you this blanket.
Don't ever do that again.
It's called a Blork blanket, but it's not made from blorks, obviously.
I would hope not. That would be.
So that's what snow is?
That's good to know.
Everyone,
Henry, I do use it to cover up my nudity. Honestly, it is fun to have this and only this. That's your garment for the
Feels
day.
so good across the skin.
Yeah.
Everyone, click the link in the top of the chat, in the description below. Back Carnal the Barbarian. I'm going to after Christmas because I don't have any more money.
I'm gonna back it too.
Angela's backing it during the stream, like she said she promised.
Package on stream. I'm really excited. I'm very grateful,
Yeah.
Angela.
That's what she said she was going to do. Angela wouldn't want to be a disgrace to her gender and be a liar.
Yeah,
she
she said it.
She's representing all women right now. So if she doesn't back it during the stream, all women are liars at that point.
Where's
But-
my emo trash go? Emo trash is fun. K-pop is fun.
I'll say to you guys,
Stop, Cranberry.
you guys and anyone else watching this later in the chat, I understand that it's literally Christmas in a week. Like, come on. You're really gonna back this now? Like, it's times are tough at Christmas, but the campaign is gonna be open for a while. I hope that when things get a little better, maybe the economy ticks up,
Yeah.
consider backing a Connell. You're gonna love this story. The humor is as irreverent as I can make it. I want it to have a heart too. Yeah, if it's the fantasy world Futurama, you kind of know that you balance the crazy, stupid, dumb jokes with meaningful relationships and nice character moments. So that's the aim. That's the aim.
Exactly.
Hopefully, I'll pull it off.
Right. And you're right. Like, it is Christmas, but like I get paid next Friday. That's when I plan on backing a couple campaigns that for the month anyway. And Carnal's one of them. So
Yes!
yeah, that's going to be one of them that's up there along with another campaign. So please, like Jake said, we understand, but hey, you get paid again. And like I say, I usually back one, sometimes two campaigns a month. So if I can't,
You can back my campaign twice then.
there's another campaign I have to back that I promised. So
You mean the green cover as well, right, Jason? Is that what you're saying? You're going to back
I'm backing
both
the
covers,
Jake
right?
cover because I support my fellow men.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
There are questions.
Angela, do we have any more questions in the chat? And do you have any last questions?
We do have questions. I just have to get streamer. My computer is starting to act up, so give me.
I'm so glad you're my
Bear with
co-host.
Angela, are you using a mushroom for a microphone?
I'm the Mike the Pores. Hockey wants to know who backs campaigns. That was
Not hockey. I know that. It's not hockey.
I backed a lot of them originally. Then when shipping got crazy, I had to massively pull back.
Yeah. It was more or less finances. I had to nicely.
Okay. Okay. Well, this was a statement in the beginning I wanted to share. Alex said, "Don't tell Jake, but his physical inks are getting real clean. I'm looking at some of his original art right now, so that's cool." So
Jake's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Look how clean
Oh,
my
hold on.
inking
I'm gonna
is.
make you big,
clean.
Look how clean and neat my inking is.
dude. How do you get? What do you use for perspective? This is fantastic. Wow.
I know. No, what's funny is obviously I was meant to do a shitty drawing, right? And so you do the kids this is my house and this is my family drawing. I couldn't resist making it a 3D thing. You know what I mean? Kids don't bother drawing that. They do
don't.
the front of that. I couldn't resist.
Because you're a true artiste, sir.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you try and draw a bad drawing, it's still a good bad drawing. You know what I mean?
I know
it's
what you mean. I see hockey draw good bad drawings all the time. Angela, do you have any last questions for Jake?
Three more. A question for Jake. This is from some. Ever since you released Carnal 30 years ago, you've accomplished many incredible feats like climbing Mount Everest, nude, winning the Grammy, etc. What are you most proud of doing?
It was probably the genocides.
Nice. I don't blame you. That's not easy.
And you probably warmed yourself up after with your blood blanket, I would assume.
Yeah.
And the
I
burning
warmed
corpses
my
of his
cold,
enemies.
murderous heart
Yeah.
with a delightfully cozy block blanket. So when you're murdering large amounts of a specific category of person, make sure you have your block blanket with you.
Back at today on Indiegogo.
And so then also a question regarding the age. So Dale is wondering, wait a second, Jake told me it was more PG-13.
Okay, here's the thing. It's obviously heavily sexually themed, but people aren't fucking on every page. It's not a hentai. Like, there is no drawn dicks. There is no drawn vaginas. Anything like that is like covered by a speech bubble, but it's obviously, it's called Conal the Barbarian. You still wouldn't. It's like, but a convention would allow you to have it there. That's kind of the line being ridden. You know what I mean? There's much worse stuff out there.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of worse stuff out there, dude. I know.
If it was to be like age classified by whoever does it, they would probably go through the list and be like, "This is actually not bad." But the themes at play, like, okay, literally, the magic system is based on sex in Conal. Like, so the humans use sex for its magical powers. The Blorks hate the humans because they see it as just a reproductive thing, and they're like, those humans, how dare they use it in such a way? They should be using it to spawn whole armies. Like, that, they're not wholesome about it. They just want to have a lot of soldiers.
I'm not against
Cranberry Lang is like, really? That's where I'm worrying about which way the really is. You know what I mean?
Well, Cranberry, just back it and find out. You know, that's what I say.
And this kind of not related, but related to you, Jake. Can you still get fish and chips wrapped in a newspaper in the UK, or is that?
So, there are probably touristy places that might have chip paper that they've printed newspapery stuff on, so it's newspaper. Like, I don't think newspaper's been used for a long time, because of the ink. But you know, it gets wrapped in paper. They call it chip paper.
Nice.
Did you get garlic bites wrapped in newspaper?
See,
today.
Awesome one. We used to have page 3 girls in the Sun newspaper. They had the tits out. It's just tits.
Things are different in America than they are in most other countries, like especially with the human form and the human body. So it's, we're a lot more sheltered, if you want to call it, in that regard, whereas in other countries it's way more open. So
so several people are saying that ink is bad for you. I would say it's probably right up there with
Ink Spots is terrible for you. Don't listen to him. Don't read his tweets, but do interact and like his artwork. Good stuff.
Aspartame newspaper is nothing to him. I absolutely believe that that's a true statement.
I'm out of aspartame. I got to get more. Angela, do you have any last questions for Jake before we end him?
I'm good. I've learned so much. I'm so happy for this campaign that you've done, and I'm going to back it soon. Right.
You're going to back it before I end this question. I have one last question. Jake, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
X-ray vision.
Nice. I wouldn't expect any less, sir. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please back Conal the Barbarian. If you can't, share it out on your social media platforms. Thank you, Angela, for co-hosting. Jake, for coming on. Always a pleasure. I always have a good time. And thank you to the chat and the mods. Really appreciate everybody. I'm hitting this button right here.
Time travel is superpower. I wanted that one. Not extra. Time travel. I'll go for